Welcome back to SoFlo RC Life. This is Justin here with you. In front of us today we have a 22-year-old Nitro RC. This RC is HPI Thunder Tiger Mirage Vspec. I don't know if you guys can see that there. I acquired this RC through a buddy of mine that I built a trailer for. I don't know if you guys remember that twin hull boat trailer. So this was part of the deal, and it's been sitting for a few weeks. I haven't had time to go through it, but I finally did, and I'll show you a couple quick clips of what it looked like. All the tires are bad. Look at that. The front suspension needs to be rebuilt, no problem. There's a few parts that could be replaced that are not holding up as much. This back bumper was installed upside down. I don't know why, but we'll have to turn that around. I did see before I brought it home the coil for the pull start definitely needs to be rebuilt. And there it is there. It's just all hanging out. Being that this filter is already removed, when you look inside the gas tank, the gas tank's loose. It's still in decent shape, but it was not running. There was a lot of missing screws. The recoil was not recoiling, so the string was just hanging all over the place. You couldn't pull start it. The filter, it came like this, just open, which is a big no-no for nitros. Once I pulled it off and I looked in, I could see like little pieces of sand, like dirt, inside the carburetor and this. So at that point, I knew I had to tear apart the engine. And the piston and sleeve doesn't have any scratches on the sidewalls, but on the top of the piston there is like little divots. So not really sure how much life is going to be left in this engine, but it does have decent compression still, so I know it'll fire up. I haven't fired it up yet. We're going to do that today. But what else did I have to do? The gas tank, had to really clean it out. It was all gunky, you know, the nitro fuel sitting in the bottom, kind of gums up. I was missing my gasket. I don't know what you would call this, but so found this in my drawer, and it worked well. So we have that all taken care of. I replaced all the fuel line because that was really old, and I added a fuel filter there. Got rid of the very old, outdated receiver with the crystal chip. I don't know if you guys remember. You guys remember these? What a nightmare. But yeah, no more old radio. We went with the Tactic, and there's a receiver box there. I took off this wing because it was just, for me, it was, I don't know, I wasn't really digging. Well, first of all, the wheels were shot, so I really had to get new wheels. These were just really old and not practical for the track, you know. So I had a really hard time getting one of the wheels off. I had to cut this. It was just seized on. So that is, here's the new wheels here, and they'll be nice for the track. And instead of this wing here, got this wing on. So other than that, she, I believe, is ready to fire up and see how she runs. So, oh, and one last thing, the body. I'll show you guys this real quick. The body was in very, very bad shape. The guy had put some duct tape right here, but all this was just cut, like cracked. So it was just hanging on by a couple pieces right here. So what I do is I take some of that fiberglass tape that you can get at Home Depot, and I press it down. It is a little bit sticky when you get it, so you press it down and then just line the whole thing with shoe goo. And it really, I mean, it's almost like it used to be, almost. So I do that to a lot of my bodies to get them back up and running, get a little more life out of them. But I think we're ready to fire this baby up, guys, and see how she runs. Let's do it. Now I'm using 30%, and sorry about the noise, guys. I'm right next to a busy road. It's really hard for me to get a quiet spot in my yard, but so we need to prime the fuel, and the way that you do that is you hold this exhaust and just pull, and until we see, now I can do this so you guys can see a little better, but until we see fuel coming out, let's see if we can do this here. So I got my thumb on the exhaust. We're gonna pull start. You can see the fuel already coming out, so we're good there. I'm gonna plug that back in. Normally I'll just leave this plugged in until I see the fuel, you know, the air coming up to the carburetor, but wanted to show you guys how that looked like. All right, so from there I'll just give it 1 or 2 more to get it inside of the carburetor. 1, 2. Turn that on. Turn that on. All right, fellas. I love nitro, man. Something about a little engine on a car. Now what I do is I turn the throttle up just a little bit to help me start it usually. All right, let's see what we got here, guys. Here she goes. You don't know what to do, huh, Cookie? Oh. Woo! All right, guys. I think, woo, look at my steering servo. That servo, that might be bad. Well, at least my throttle's not doing it. That's a good thing. So we can still mess around, and I'll have to change this out.